can see the light, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering how the world keeps on spinning, kinda scared of living when it unfolds. Hard to see the light when everything is dying, waiting for the clear. Thankful I'm alive, but terrified of dying. But hey, I'm still here. Is it bad? Sometimes I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome on today's stream, and Mobile Mayhem is back for the Winter 2021 Cup. Hope you guys are having a fantastic night. Hope you guys are excited for this series we have for you tonight. And of course, you can see on my right side that there is somebody called Imperium that's going to cast tonight. How are you doing, buddy?
Woo! Doing pretty damn good. Not gonna lie, I'm a bit tired, but as always, I know for a fact that as soon as we get into these games, I'm gonna be energized. It's gonna be a shot of adrenaline into my veins, and the action will help perk me up from that point of view. It's the first day of the 2021 Winter Cup, though. The very first day. Yeah, okay, we had the kind of the challenger games where we saw the final three teams, but man, this is the first official day. It's gonna be big.
It's going to be big, yeah. If you guys are not aware of that, we've already been casting, that was on Tuesday on the Amplified channel. We've been casting the grand finals from the qualifiers. And the three teams that won these qualifiers are now part of the Pro League and the Winter Cup League for 2021. These teams are Ancient Esports, GR8, and Sinks. So you're going to be seeing some of them tonight. GR8 is going to be the only team that will be casted. But as we are going to take a look now,
I know Sinks is going to be casted as well.
Is Sinks going to be casted?
Yep, they're playing Ophelia, third game.
Oh, okay. So you know what? Let's jump straight into the schedule now, just to take a look at what we have for you tonight. And this is what we want. Schedule is happening. So the first match we're going to be seeing tonight will be Singularity versus GR8. The second one, Kings versus Iconic. Aphelions versus Sinks for the third match. And last but not least, Team Elevate, also known and used to be known and called House of Anubis versus Banker Gold roster. I hope you guys are super excited for that one. We've already been seeing and watching a lot of games together for these players and these teams. Imperium, do you have like a favorite series that you want to keep an eye on, that you're excited about?
Probably Aphelion versus Sinks, for two reasons. One, because Aphelion have been like quite vocal about, you know, them looking forward to getting into this season, right, and getting into the 2021 Mobile Mayhem Winter Cup. And when we had the final games of the Challenger Series, you know, they're like, okay, you know, we want to know who our opponents are going to be. or who our victims are going to be. And then for the side of Sinks, right, we saw them play in the games on Tuesday, where it went to a 5-game series. So I'm also really looking forward to see if there's a level of evolution, if they're going to be able to match Ephedian. And for me, that's the series I'm going to be looking out for. What about yourself, Flo?
I might be saying, I know that Kings have not been playing a lot and have not been showing off and popping off in the
Fair?
last season, in season 3, but now the difference is we're on phone only. So everything changes. All the teams are only made of phone players, and we're checking this out mid games and during games with
Yep.
screenshots and stuff so you guys can trust us. And I'd like to see Kings performing against another phone team. They've been the EU Stage 4 Grand Champions,
True.
but now I want to see how they
Yeah.
do in the community tournament that is run by Mobile Mayhem. So I might be saying Kings versus Iconic, even though I think that all these series are incredible. And if you guys don't understand what it's all about, 6 matches are taking place tonight, but 2 of them have to be shown off stream just because we don't have time to cast all these 6 BO3 series. But no worries, these teams that are not streamed tonight will be streamed on the next sessions on day 2 on next Tuesday. No worries about that. It's not always going to be the same team being streamed. So if you guys want to take a look
Yep.
and keep a look at, keep supporting your team throughout the chat, share it on social medias, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have some great game. But the thing I wanted to say is that I might keep an eye on Team Elevate, the new roster from Team Elevate, or House of Pandas,
Yeah, true.
versus Banker Gold, because Banker Gold are actually making their comeback. They used to be iPad players, and now they switched to phones. So I might be interested in seeing how they play that one.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be very interesting. But then we have to look at this first game of the day, right? The first series we have coming up, Singularity. In my opinion, somewhat of an iconic set of players, iconic team, iconic roster at this stage of European Call of Duty Mobile. And I know that might sound weird to say, but to me, they're one of the first organizations to enter COD Mobile. They're one of the first kind of organizations to really help elevate the EU scene. So really, I'm excited to see if they're going to match that in that regard. When you have Head for Death, Miney, Insanity, and X, Renzo, they're such an incredible group of players. And I know that they want to live up to the name that is behind them, right? They want to live up to the Singularity org. In that, it's going to carry a bit of pressure. And then for JR8, they're coming in from the qualification series. They won their game that was played off stream on Tuesday. So there is that level, that little bit of, they're coming into the winter 2021 championship with, something to prove, and where they're somewhat not expected to win. But being the underdogs, that could prove to be worthwhile for them.
Yeah, and these are literally the team we'll be taking a look at right now, because Zero8 are not used to... They weren't playing in the last seasons from Mobile Mayhem, so they're sort of new to this competition, and I might be excited to see them play against a team, and what a team that is. Singularity will be the one facing GR8, and as we talk about these map protections, we have to tell something about this. The first game is going to be a hardpoint crash, the second one will be search and destroy and firing range, and if we get into a third one, that will be a domination on Hackney Yard. So now, I think this is the first time ever that I'm gonna cast a game 250 points hardpoint on crash. It's gonna take hell of a time. All the things we were saying about map protection and spawn being held and being held will be switching up, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna do their best.
And to be fair, it's also the first time we're seeing hardpoint crash where there's no Molotovs, right? Which, in my opinion, allows for these hardpoints to be played a little bit more controllingly for the team that does gain control. So I think it's very important that if you do grab the start of that hardpoint, if you play for the next hardpoint, you can really kind of not necessarily ramp yourself up, not necessarily snowball, but at least suppress your opponents pretty strongly.
Yeah, true. And now what we're seeing in GR8 starting this game off with a pretty decent lead. They're controlling mid. They're trying to handle the spawn that being flanked and traded by everywhere. That's actually interesting to see the way they're playing, because now they don't have to focus on every single hard points. They have way more time than before to capture those. They actually, I think that we're going to be seeing at least eight hard point rotations if they don't clean it quicker. But that's going to be an interesting game to take a look at, just because it's going to last a hell of a long time. Only 30, sorry, for GR8 so far, against 17 for Singularity, and they're still holding this hard point by bottom hotel position.
Honestly, I've been looking at a couple of things, and straight out, the biggest reason why GR8 are winning this game is that they single-handedly won the trades. The one-on-one trades, I've seen Head for Death lose one, Renzo lose one, Miney lose one, and that's something that Singularity need to kind of get on top of. If they think, or if they feel like they're not winning the 1-1 trades, they need to start kind of grouping together as a little bit more of a team, go in pairs, play around those hard points as 2 3-man sets so they can, you know, overtake the trades. They kind of started to do that a little bit more for the end of this hard point, but with it being the end, the side of GR8 are now going to be setting themselves up a little bit better for this next hard point.
They're actually setting up, as you were mentioning, towards this bar position and bar hill, but that's going to be a hard one there, because we do see Goldring running around in this burn train to flank and get that kill and head for death. We do see 2 players on the side of Singularity playing with the QXR, I think that's the name of it, the MP7 that has been released not a long time ago, and that's bringing some more power to the SMG meta. We've been missing that for the last season, and now it's so good to see that it's almost back. Not that it used to be before with the RUS or the QQ9, but still, that's a good improvement on the side of Call of Duty Mobile right there, because we won't see any more AR, full AR meta. SMG are flanking and coming back to the professional scene, and this is actually what we like.
This is really good by GR8. I'm very impressed with how dangerous they look as individual players. Yeah, Turka only has 3 kills, but I've seen Rasmo, Goldring, and Darks really kind of pop off in their own way. Luckily, we're seeing right now Insanity along with Renzo and Miney. They're definitely working a lot better. They do seem to be a bit more unified as a team in this, you know, latest couple of minutes, and that's allowing them to gain a small lead. But overall, in my eyes, the game is a lot closer than I expected.
That's actually true. I was not even looking at the score anymore, just looking at the Splice rotation. But now, the centering and placing spell Singularity is doing hell of a lot of damages. And the thing is, they're holding this side pretty well. They're trying to rotate towards next, because they know that 28 seconds left is the start of an early rotation to take control of the next burns. But this is the problem now. We do see GRS burning over that position here. They have the top control. They're being pushed. Who is that even trying to go for that flank? Head for Death is going to be one of the first to find a fight. Miney is going to be sitting in that corner. Head for Death gets one. Help from his teammate. Will get the follow-up.
Perfect.
And what a great execution coming from Singularity. They managed to make the spoon flip in their favor, and now they have to make up for it, because they've only reached the 100-point marks. They need 143 more points to get the first map in the parquet.
That was so good by Miney. I noticed that he was kind of starting to move away from that last hardpoint, away from his team with about 30 seconds to go, and he set himself up really nicely. Head for Death joined him, which is what I kind of wanted to see, right? Working as a pair, helped to get that double going on to a 3rd kill. And yeah, Singularity ramping up quite nicely, starting to control these hardpoints in a very dominant fashion. They don't have a massive lead, because GR8 have looked impressive in their own right, but definitely happy with how adaptable Singularity are being in this game.
Oh, Head for Death sitting in the corner is going to get that easy flank, and now they are taking such a large advance, and the gap between both teams is starting to increase. I'm actually surprised by the way that Singularity are playing out. I haven't been watching them for a long time now, and this is some sort of new excitement that is coming in this game. The hard point is going to rotate back to the first one by the mid pillars, and every position now is going to be mattering in this game. Bang will get the trade on Head for Death, but being flanked back and fight back by Miney. Miney has the war machine and needs time to get some Spoon Trap done by Miney. There's one single hard point, he's going to spam it, take him down as well. That's a retake coming from Singularity. holding this hill pretty well, and Mighty is still doing hell of a lot of
Lovely.
damages. Mighty is unstoppable! He's just popping off tonight.
And you know, that's what I'm noticing with Singularity across this game. Yeah, I noted that they were losing trades early on, but they feel fast, they feel responsive. You know, there's no lulling about, there's no indecisiveness. It's like they know what they're wanting to do, they know where they want to go across this map, across these hard points, and it's really paying off. 175 to 100 in the favor of Singularity. Now, shots are going to come on through. Miney's going to get that kill onto Turka. Allows a hard point to be in the favor once again of Singularity. And they are just ramping things up right now. Is this the experience of Singularity and their players in this series? Yeah, I would actually say, because, again, GRA have by no means played bad, but Singularity, adapting, evolving, getting better.
Yeah, we're not trying to take anything away from... What did I miss? Tell me.
Oh, Miney was just about to get the Goliath, and Turka took him down to stop that Goliath being used by Miney.
Oh, with the War Machine. War Machine, I have seen that in the kill feed, but now the thing is, they have a Goliath on the right side, and as Miney is trying to flank, Turka is just running all the Goliaths, trying to avoid being killed by it. And I don't even know how they locked it, to be honest. I don't know who went on the high streak.
It's Miney's Goliath. It's Miney's Goliath.
Oh wait, he used. I didn't understand that way. He used it and it has been stolen.
Sorry, maybe I didn't say it right, but it was Miney's Goliath. Turka took him down from behind and stole his Goliath.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm talking about with GRA. They're playing very good. They really are. Full credit to them. They are testing Singularity in a lot of strong ways.
They're actually trying to flank, push them back, and Turka with the Goliath will be finally shot down by Head for Death. This Goliath gave them a lot of points, to be fair. Like, if you see, they had about a 90-point lead, and thanks to it, they were able to handle the entire hotel position. Oh, bang! With the gravity spike, the bamboo sticks straight into his forehead, and now Singularity about to reach the 200-point marks. 50 points lead coming from their side, but GO8 is not giving up at all. We do see them controlling the entire kill feed. And as Head4Death is pushing, Head4Death will get one. Goldring with the trade. And he managed to get two with the spray. What was that? I think I missed something right there.
Yeah, he just got a lovely sweet double kill at the end of the day. A little bit of a blip in the push for Singularity, but they have started to recapture their control. GRA just continuing to try to chip away, trying to react and adapt to what Singularity are doing. And, you know, this is a lot closer than I thought. I don't think actually the score represents how good GRA have played in this series so far. But, you know, Singularity, at the end of the day, are just staying on top and increasing their lead little by little.
They are. Bang is going to fall again. Oh, Head4Death is popping off tonight as well.
Head4Death, I know.
Frags. The only thing I see, and the only player that is having issues to get himself into the game is going to be Nyx on the side of Singularity. Only 9 frags for a hell of a long game like this. That is, I think he's having troubles right now, and I know that Nyx is incredible. Maybe sometimes you feel more comfortable when it comes to search and destroy. But now, it gives a lot of power to his team anyway, because you're right, even with that retake, they're not even going to push that one, they're just going to sit towards the next one and get these hardpoint controls, so they will handle the last 16 points to give them the first map. But we know that GRA are still tryharding and fighting, and this is what I like about these maps, it's never over until the game says it's over.
Yeah, but then again, did GRA try and chase, you know, the last few seconds of the hardpoint for too long? Did they kind of fail to really prepare for this next hardpoint? It looks like Singularity are ready and set up to close this one out. 242, 243, and counting. GRA really nowhere to be seen, although just as I say that, Darks comes in and gets a lovely double kill to put this hardpoint in the favor of the one and only GRA. I spoke too soon. GRA have full control of this hard point.
They're only 5 points away from winning. Hear me well, but now Darox is just the one carrying his team with this retake. He did a -3 on the hard point, just taking every single enemies from Singularity away. giving GR8 a chance to get this win. But now we do know that Singularity are only 5 points away from winning this first map. It's going to be
Yeah.
hell of a long fight. And I keep your eyes open, guys, because you're not out of surprise now. They will try to get this control over the first hard point, which is around the pillars area. And that's going to be super hard for them to get that because Nick sitting in the corner by Fridge will be Insanity with an insane long shot and a double spray down coming from top of the roof. Make it 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year countdown. And here we go. The first game is over. Singularity taking it to a 1-0 in the favor. And this game was actually insane, I have to say.
It was really good. It was a great start to today's games. Honestly, like both teams played strongly. I feel like there was very few mistakes. GR8 rocked out of the bat in a honestly an impressive fashion when it came to the duels, the 1-1 trades. They were overtaking Singularity, but then Singularity adapted and started doing kind of what I had suggested for them to do during the game, which is play as a team, play as a two, as a three-man team, and look to kind of work together in that way. And they then started turning around their favor. Miney clearly kind of popping off, getting 31 kills, well supported by Renzo Insanity and Head for Death. And say what you want about Nex, yeah, 10 kills, definitely not the most impressive, but in my eyes, he still played obviously a part in Singularity overall taking this one. GR8, they made a hard comeback towards the very end when they only had 5 points away from losing this one. They did control a strong hard point for the whole 35 seconds of it. But in the end, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, you know me now. I'm just trying to find reasons explaining why GR8 didn't manage to get that win, and the only thing I could say is that Singularity were just incredible. The rotations were on point, the duels were on point. We've seen Dev doing so many doubles and triples that gave hell of a tough fight and tough way of playing for GR8. That's what I meant to say. But the thing is, on the GR8 side, we were talking about Darox. He managed to get that retake on the not the hard point just before, but on top of the A flag hard point. He managed to get a triple man on the hard point to take it back into his favor. And the thing is, he had some help and control from his teammate. Crossfires were happening and stuff, but they focused too much on this hill where Darox was already the one covering game on his own, and instead of that, they should have rotated towards the pillars just to give them some more time to play with. And I think this is what gave Singularity an advantage over that, because as soon as we saw GR8 rotating towards mid, we already had like Insanity sitting by top of a hotel, getting a double frag. We've seen Head for Death sitting on the site. We've seen Nick sitting in the fridge. That was basically over for them. They've been shot it from everywhere, and that was super hard for them to get away from that position and situation over there. But the thing is, I have to give some clout to GR8 because they tried their best, and I know that they're going to give everything now for the second game of such a short firing range.
Yeah, and that's the thing, I really look at this search and destroy and go, I don't know who's going to win. I would maybe put Singularity on at just a tiny bit ahead in the sense of in the hardpoint game, they knew what they wanted to do. They knew where they wanted to go. They knew how they wanted to position themselves. And that focus, that kind of, let's go here, guys. Whether the comms were just a little bit better in that regard, it showed, something showed on screen, so to speak, that if they apply that kind of control and that level of, hey, we know what we want to do, we know where we want to go, we are one step ahead of our opponents, that's really going to benefit them in Search and Destroy. But then on the side of GR8, where you have Search and Destroy that at times can come down to those 1-1 duels, right? Where you have yourself split up as a team and one person has to kind of, control a certain area for his side. GR8, as I said, were very good when it came to those 1-1 wins. So I would definitely not be afraid to put GR8 up there to take the Search and Destroy game mode. So it's a wide open.
It's never going to be over that easily when you see these two teams. We've been having a lot of discussion and a big debate happening on Twitter about if these teams we're seeing in the qualifiers were good enough. This is literally showing you how good they are. GRA,
Yeah.
this is a French team, so thank you guys for being French. Okay, you represent the French nation really well, and we love baguette. Don't you ever forget that. But the thing is,
Omelette
this
du
team,
fromage.
I'm not do fromage. We've seen
Anyway,
this
go
team.
on.
We've seen this team performing well against a tier one and a professional
Yeah.
team that is Singularity, and that gives a lot of hope, and that shows how big the potential is for the newcomers on the EU scene and EU COD Mobile
Yeah.
scene. I really trust that COD Mobile esports scene just is just taking coming alive now.
Yeah, of course. Look, at the end of the day, you can people can kind of speculate, they can have their opinion on whether some teams are ready, some teams are going to be able to step up to the plate. We give Mobile Mayhem gives a platform, gives a structure, gives a place for teams to step up to prove themselves. You know, it's a breeding ground of sorts, and sometimes we're going to be frustrated, sometimes we're not, but I really feel that in the last couple of weeks and months, that teams have really started to step up to the plate across the board, in and outside of Mobile Mayhem. And, you know, for teams to be able to prove themselves, they have to be given the chance. You know, if you lock something out to the same, hypothetically, to the same exclusive teams, as an example, nobody really benefits, right? Because they're all kind of circle jerking each other. Whereas you have to allow these lesser known teams to fight up against the likes of Singularity of Philion, because it's going to help the lesser known teams, and it's going to help the bigger teams, because when you look at competitive gaming and competitive esports and even sports in general, one of the best ways a team becomes the best is their ability to in a quick amount of time prepare against teams they wouldn't normally face against, right? Because when you push comes to shove at something like a world championship, you would be playing against teams in other regions that you wouldn't normally play against, right? And one of the best ways of really developing as a team to react quicker, to adapt quicker, is to play against more and more teams. So in your region, if you're playing against the same teams all the time, you know, you're not really doing that. So it is important that the likes of GR8, Sinks, and Ancient esports are those teams to help all the other teams get better and to adapt better, etc. So it's fantastic. And in this series specifically, GR8 stepping up.
So the team you were mentioning are going to be playing tonight. Ancient Esport is playing off stream, but Sinks is going to be shown tonight. So two teams from the
Yeah.
qualifiers will be streamed for this day one of the Winter Cup 2021 from Mobile Mayhem, and that's actually the season 4. It's been a hell of a long journey with you guys, and
No,
I hope
right?
you guys keep enjoying the improvements coming from Mobile Mayhem staff to give you some sort of new content this season. This is phone only, new rules, back to some old screen rules with the 250 point hard point, the 200 domination and all these stuff, weapon bans, gun bans, some stuff like this. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you guys do, give some
Yeah.
support to Mobile Mayhem. Show your friends that the EU scene is not dead and it's just coming live. As I was trying to say, even if I'm missing a few words right there. Seems like the game is ready. We might be ready to jump straight into this second match. Ready to start the match though. Search and Destroy on Fire Range. Come on, Imperium, right now. Don't even think about anything. Just give me a quick answer. Singularity or Jurate.
Singularity.
Okay, now I'll let you tell why.
I don't. That's the thing. I don't necessarily have a specific reason. I've kind of already outlined them in terms of maybe the experience of Singularity, how they played so calculatively in Hardpoint, which is normally a game mode that doesn't always utilize strategy. It's just kind of like a little bit all over the place. And I don't know, I would just say Singularity. I don't really have a core reason from that point of view.
All right, so just so we get 100% win rate, caster win rate, I'm gonna go for G8 because I've seen the potential they had in other
Fair.
tournaments. We've seen that when they were playing
Biased because they're French. Anyway.
let's say that. That's another reason as well. That might be another reason as well. Yeah, because they're French, I'm gonna support them no matter what until I die.
You know what? You know what? I'm just surprised that GR8 didn't throw in the white flag and surrender, Kappa.
Okay, bringing back some hurting memories. Yeah, yeah. I know that. Thank you.
Oh, man. Anyway, talking about waving the white flag, we have the starting flag has been waved in this game. You do see the side of GRA are on the attacking side to begin with. Instantly, they start to get killed onto Naex. So that's really going to help their worth. Turns out they're instantly going up against 5-on-4. They're planting on the A bomb site. This is good for GRA. Great start, great use of smokes.
Yeah, they planted that bomb super early into the round. Rasmus managed to get the first pick, but Insanity with the snipe will get the follow-up. Is sitting by the barrel. Rasmus with the follow-up again. On head for that, Renzo is being shot down, leaving Insanity in a 1v4. Make it a 1v3. Almost gets the follow-up for a 1v2, but that's going to be unfortunate. He's going to scope there. He knows the enemy is waiting for him as well. Missing the bullet, and Balrogs ending the round, giving it to GR8. And GR8 starting off pretty well in that game.
Yeah. I'm kind of not surprised. I'm genuinely not surprised GR8 really looking concise and knowing what they want to do. That A bomb side push and that first kill really helped them. And what I like is they're kind of switching things up. They're heading towards the B bomb site. Now, has it been somewhat predicted by Singularity? Yeah, within reason, as Renzo gets a fantastic drop spot, but Darks is going to fire on up through, so it's an even 1-1 trade. Turk is still with the bomb in his hands. The smokes are being thrown out, so they can't really get anywhere near that bomb site because they have limited information. Now head for death. You're muted, Flo.
Oh yeah, I need to unmute myself. I'm sorry guys, but I was saying head for death almost managed to guess a 1v3 or at least a 1v2, but then he got killed and traded by the connector. That's going to give a second round to GR8. And yes, talking while being muted is not the best choice. A professional caster, they said. But you know what? We'll jump straight into the third match and forgot about the past.
Golden leading his team, looking towards the A bomb site. Although they're being a bit more calculated. Actually, it seemed like they were going for a bit of a bait. In Switch, it seemed like they were maybe trying to say to Singularity, hey, we're going to go for the A site. Throwing out a couple of smokes, throwing out a couple of shots. But now they're instantly turning around, going for the B bomb site. And this is really good stuff by GR8. They are looking very confident on the attacking side right now.
And the thing is, we do see Singularity playing that super carefully. They're not pushing, they're not going for full like mid through smokes and stuff. And on the other side, they're messing with Singularity's brain. Like they're showing themselves on A, then themselves back up on B, and then rotating to B. This is like two different tempos of pushing, and that's actually great great stuff coming from GR8 now. Living head for death again in a clutch situation in 1v2. He's gonna get the first frag. The other one is by mid. I don't think he's aware of that, but Darrox with 6 kills already. The MVP on the side of GR8. 12 seconds remaining. He's gonna crouch to get some sort of information. He's not even gonna check the corner, and that's gonna be a third round going on and in the favor of GR8. Managed to get the final kill, but that won't be enough, my dude. The bomb is gonna explode anyway. And Singularity being leaded by 3 rounds right now. I told you guys, you need to be scared about French people.
And I think also what is helping GR8 is what I mentioned, that they're winning the trades, they're winning the one-on-ones. They're kind of, you know, whether it's getting the first kill, whether it's after planting the bomb, they're winning the fights. Because unlike Hardpoint, where, you know, in Hardpoint you're able to kind of get more 2v1s or 3v2s, Search and Destroy is definitely less like that. So, you know, GR8 recognizing that, and by them playing a lot more kind of, you know, aggressively, they're forcing Singularity into that area. Now, of course, it is 2-1 in terms of kill wise in the favor of Singularity, although that has just been traded and turned around off the back of Darks getting a lovely kill. So it's 3 against 2. But at GRA, they're recognizing their strengths and they're playing on it extremely well.
They're playing that super well, but now finally a fair round went take 2 fights. Maini is going to be the last player alive on the side of Singularity. Jared are so powerful at covering this bomb site and even going for a double duel every time they get fought and they see someone and spot an enemy. But now, with 18 seconds left, making 17, he's trying to tag that bomb. He knows that because of the dead silence nerf, he won't be baiting the enemies that easily, and that's going to be 4-0 for Duo. I'm actually impressed because I expected them to be a bit stronger on Search and Destroy, but not destroying Singularity like that. This is not fair, my dudes.
Yeah, but it's up to Singularity to adapt. To be perfectly honest, it's up to Singularity to recognize that here we're constantly leading ourselves into a trap. We're constantly getting somewhat baited, and yes, when you're on the defending side, it is harder to manipulate or control the game. But at the end of the day, Singularity are an experienced team. They should be aware that they have to change something up when they're losing 4-0 in Search and Destroy against a team like GR8.
GR8 again picking the first frag. Goddard needs to be super low. Oh, Maini will get the shot, and these spray across that. Maini with a follow-up. Maini seems to be unstoppable right now. He tagged another enemy super low HP, but that's still going to be Turka, Razmo, and Bang keeping the dream alive for the 6-0 win in the Search and Destroy against SNG. But Nyx pushing on top of Wood is going to be such a big threat for GRA. They're not even aware of that. He's going to drop shot towards Turka. Turka choking a lot of bullets. Renzo giving some help to his teammate, living down in a 4v2 in favor of Singularity over again. There's one guy sitting by the A long, the other one by the B jungle. And Razmo, as he's trying to rotate, gets super low HP, leaving Bang in 1v4. That might be the first one for SNG. Or maybe a miracle will happen on the side of GR8.
I don't think that's going to be the case. For the side of Singularity, they played a different game. That one, they set themselves up a little bit more calculatively. Head for Death and Maini looked to play really well together, where Maini also helped and got 2 fantastic kills. And really, it was a more calculative round for Singularity. Did GR8 maybe play a little bit more passively? Yeah, but at the end of the day, for me, Singularity stepped things up a bit more. Now, what can they do as the attacking side?
That's the point, actually. I think the attacking side is more favorable for teams, and we've seen that a lot in the past few days. Like, we've seen that on the other qualifier days, and now we do see Singularity just destroying the enemies, picking the first frag from Insanity with the Arctic. That's going to be now in a 5v4. Head for Death trying to hide in that smoke, not even pushing that aggressively because they know that Calderin is going to be sitting just behind the wood section by the trailer. Razmo gets the boost by mid, trying to pick the info, but he's not going to find anyone there. They're playing passively towards A long. They don't want to commit into the bomb site too early and too fast, so they avoid making mistakes. But Insanity with another follow-up on Calderin, it cleans the entire area, but he needs to go for that bomb plan as he is holding it. And I think if Insanity is just going for a streak. Insanity is catching his delay. Razmo with the car explosion is finally going to get one. Bang gets tagged low HP. We'll get wall bang and Razmo with 20 HP left. Try to heal himself up as he's going to flank from A. But Renzo sitting by the egg glitch will be able to take him down to give a second run in a row to Singularity.
Very good for Singularity. Again, they played a little bit passive, being the attacking side in their first round. Insanity grabbing that first kill was so important and very elusive. He then followed up getting 2 more kills, but as a team, Singularity really worked it out in their favor. I would like to see them maybe go a little bit more aggressively in future rounds so they're not too predictable. But above board, they are definitely playing the attacking side in a strong way. Next, kicking things off, getting a lovely first kill on to Dark. So again, it's 5v4 in the favor of Singularity. What might be GR8's weak strength as an attacking side could also be their weakness as a defending side, possibly with a lack of experience against better teams like that, forcing them to make a few more mistakes in this kind of situation.
That is true. We can notice that if you look at the mini-map, we do see them trying to set themselves up so they can go for trades every time. But now, the fact that Resmo is being targeted by the barrel may be causing Singularity to commit easily into the A bomb site. Resmo has been spotted by Nyx. I think that was seated by the top woods. He now has the info. He's going to go for that flank. Not even checking mid, just pushing straight into Resmo, and Resmo will be his victim. Taking him down now. 3 players remaining on the side of GRA. Sitting by Woods. Will take these fires on Galderin. Nyx is doing all the work in that round. We'll take another. And Nyx finally trying to excuse himself for the last game. Turka will end his streak though with a nice snipe. Now in 1v4, 1v3, and Miney ends it with a good kill with this DLQ. And Singularity are coming back in that game, being leaded 4-0 and now 3-4. Is that a 6-4 comeback? Question mark.
It could be. For GRA, they gotta realize they can't, when they're the defending side, they can't really try and trade in 1v1s because there's a higher chance with Singularity being the attacking side that they're going to play a little bit better as a team. They're going to group up in 2-3-man teams. So for GRA, you need to be aware of that and just play a bit more carefully. Recognize that, yeah, okay, Singularity have control, but don't feed into that control. Don't allow yourself to be controlled by Singularity. We'll have to wait and see if they're going to learn from that.
That is true. If they do think that, okay, guys, we don't have any strategies, we don't know how to counter the playstyle from Singularity, it's basically over. Because if they don't believe in this win in their mind, it's already lost in the game. And that's the problem now. If they lose this, that's a clean 2-0 win going in the favor of FSNG. And that's not what we like to see. You guys know, we're here for content. Galderin will throw the smoke towards mid, try to get the pre-fire on top wood. Won't find anyone there, but Nick's spotting him out now. Mine is already sitting by the air bomb side, and the ball will go down super easily. And that's the thing now. Nyx managed to get the first frag, making it a 5v3, and that's a good situation to be in for Singularity, as they now have to hold these bombs for more 35 seconds.
Oh, Galderin coming on off. He's going to get one. He got another kill as well. It's only him and Bang that's left standing. They're going to be on separate sides, but Insanity's going to come in and snipe his juicy little head off. And now Bang coming in from behind. Miney's going to shut him down, and that is another point in the favor of Singularity. I feel like a missed opportunity from GR8 when there was just 2 players left, Galderin and Bang. They should look to group up and push together. Galderin had done a great job of giving them an ounce of hope by getting 2 kills, making it just a 3v2, and that would have been easily accessible because Singularity hadn't exactly planted a bomb early, so they did have a little bit more time. So bit of a mistake from GR8 in that last round.
Yeah, make it to 4-4, a perfect tie. And now we do see on both sides they're playing that super smartly and passively. They don't want to be too greedy on any point, because if they lose a player, that might be the end of the round for the enemies to take advantage out of it. But now the thing is, no one is pushing on the side of Singularity. They're all holding by the woods and around the wood position, and Galderin will manage to push towards long, gets the first spray. Head for that has been tucked for a bit. He's now escaping these plays, finding some cover into trailer. The bomb has been picked up again. He's going to throw that nade, and if they don't have a trophy, that might be deadly. And that nade is going to be deadly, and yes, it will. That side needs almost 80 HP down. And now that's a 2v5 for Singularity against DO8. Miney Hand for Death left alone, and I do believe in their trust and in their clutching skills, but the thing is now in the 2v4, and with the bomb heading towards the A side, the B bomb site, is going to be hell of a hard fight for them, as Resmo will take down FF.
Oh, Rasma. Oh, I was just going to say, Miney, you got to be able to trade that one, my friend. And now he's going to get second on the back. Is he going to go for the 3rd in a row? That was an absolutely clutch moment coming on through. But Turka from behind shuts him down. And that is a point in the favor of GR8. Miney, you got so close, man. You got so close. That was a great attempt.
Dude, I believe in that. I saw the follow-up snipe going on and was like, okay, these guys on another planet, another level. And I believe in that 3rd shot on Turka, but if messed that one up, that's unfortunate, and that's giving the opportunity now to GR8 to close this game. 1 round away from making the win. Renzo will take the first round after Galderin. Turka is sitting by American, and now they might be expecting a push from behind. Rasmo is going to be the next victim. Bang is going for the flank, coming into trailer. We'll get Renzo, almost Renzo, that was super low HP, head for the follow-up, and Turka as the last player alive. We'll take that snipe on Insanity now in 1v3. He needs to handle this position. 35 seconds remaining on the clock. And with a Locust in hand, everyone is almost, and yes, they're all sitting into trailer. That's going to be a hell of a hot fight to play for him. He has been tagged, so you know they're low HP. They're not going to be greedy at all, just waiting for these picks. If he picks through mid, Miney is holding the line. He's holding the other snipe. And I'm pretty sure they're all going to go out of trailer all at once. They're touching the bomb. Head for death has been hit marked. And that's the end. That's an assault, and that's 5 rounds for each team now. Final one, and we'll get into round 11 to end the second game.
Wow, 5-5, Singularity being pushed. GR8 have impressed, even in that round that they did win. As the defending side, when they did win that round, they were played a lot more sneakily, and they didn't go for the instant trade. They actually kind of played around the peaks of the corners that Singularity didn't heavily check. But now, for the favorite side, GR8 are the attacking side. Singularity have to do something about this. They cannot fall into the 1-1 traps and the trades that GR8 can easily win in these situations. Looking to defend across this B side. There's no real adaptability. Miney is going to come in and get the first shot and kill onto Rasmo. Makes it another one. It's going to be the shutdown onto GR8 by Singularity, led by Miney. That's the experience. That is the push. When you're backed into a corner, Singularity will always show what they can do.
Singularity, Miney gets 2 kills, has put up with the flank now. Goldery last player alive, and Singularity managed to do that comeback and giving them the 2-0 win. Dude, this game is actually incredible, and Miney has, I have to give it to him. He is the MVP in this game on the side of Singularity. These plays were insane. These snipes in the last round gave some spot and place to play with for Singularity, and that was basically an insane comeback coming from them, and GG to GR8 for not failing at fighting and tryharding against SNG. But first series, it's already like an insane one. I don't know what to think about the other one.
Yeah, like this game and this series was absolutely fantastic. It was great to see Nex step up to the plate, getting 11 kills for a side. There's a few rounds where he really helped make a difference for his side, so I feel like he bounced back a lot stronger in the Search and Destroy game mode. For GR8, maybe if they had have adapted to another round earlier, then they probably could have won more of the rounds as the defending side. Really, they could have. But it was Singularity's just ability to adapt and, you know, ramp themselves up in the right way, the right frame of mind, backed into a corner. Yeah, okay, they could have won this game mode, to be fair, to take it to a game 3, but you know, they're a strong team for a reason. They have a reputation. Miney is one of the best players in Europe for a reason, and leading his team to victory in this says a lot. For GR8, do not feel deterred, in my opinion. You made yourself incredibly proud by pushing Singularity in the way that you did, and I'm very excited to see what GR8 can do against all the other teams going through the days and the weeks.
I do agree on that 110%. They have a good potential. We were mentioning this before the stream even start, and before this series even start, I was saying, don't underestimate GOA. They have a great gun power and good skills, so they might be challenging and giving us some good shot tonight, and that's what we had. We had a great first game. That was a close one, only 30-point gap between both teams, and the second one was basically the best one we could have expected. Round 11, GR8 versus Singularity. That's a really good performance, I have to say. But the thing is now, they need to focus on the rest of the tournament. That's a 2-month league. So this is not over for them. They have to play a lot more matches. That gives them a lot of more opportunities to train against Taiwan and professional team. And that's a good occasion for them to improve their team play, improve their gun skill, their duels. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be even more efficient after this.
Yeah, 100%. Really excited. It is to be fair a marathon, not a sprint. You correctly pointed out, flow. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Now coming on to the next series though, Kings versus Iconic. You already touched upon them before we went into game one. Kings, are living up to their name, at least going from stage four, called Mobile Champs last year. They're the kings of Europe, but they're human, right? And they can be beaten, they can be shut down. And with them going up against another phone team like Iconic, this is, my opinion, going to be a damn good series in front.
Yeah, will they be the kings of Mobile Mayhem Season 4 Return Cup 2021? That's what we are about to witness after this short break. We'll be back soon.
You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence, and the dark's all that I see. When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see all blue. There is so much cold in you, and the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the time. I can't find the point where our two paths align. But you're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars, but I've always feared the dark. Now I see violet, I can feel your silence. You always feel so far when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my.
I will free myself from all you, yeah. Oh, baby. I will free myself from all you, yeah.
brought me alive. Going on like nonsense, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. It's up my innocence without an alibi. Smoking gun, you got me on the run. We know that will come. We're out up till dawn. But how can I hide it without an alibi? It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my innocence. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Going around like nonsense, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my innocence without an alibi. Getting lost in memories, the surface deeper. Want it all, surrounding, feel it shining. Shining through. Getting lost in memories, the surface deeper. Want it all, surrounding, feel shining.
And I guess we're back now for some more action. And the next game, as you guys were saying on the waiting screen, is going to be Kings versus Iconic. But Imperium, there's something we need to show to people that are the map bans, weapon bans, all these new features coming into the season 4.
Yeah, so because in the last season some teams were curious as to why some maps were played. They introduced a map ban system to help, of course, a team if they don't want to play a certain map, they can ban it, and then the rest of the maps, one of them is just randomly selected for that game mode. And then, of course, a weapon ban. That's pretty standard stuff. We've been introducing that and had that in since the middle of last season. But in this series, Scrapyard has been banned by Kings, and Raid for Search and Destroy has been banned by Iconic. For the weapon bans, you have had Chopper being eliminated, being banned from Kings, and KRM has been banned from Iconic. I'm definitely curious, Flo, as to what your thoughts are with the map bans and the weapon bans of each team.
Let's see. Let's see. What can we say about this? That's pretty strategic as always. But the problem is, let me double check this. Yeah, the fact that they ban Hardpoint Scrapyard might be
Yeah.
understandable because we've been seeing that during the qualifiers and the finals from the qualifiers. Scrapyard is actually a super interesting map to watch, but these rotations are hard to get, and this is not the map they are used to play on. That it's sort of a new map being introduced into the professional scene, Hackney Yard and Scrapyard, even more in Hardpoints, Domination, and social. I think in Hackney Yard it's Hardpoint and Domination, and on Scrapyard it's only Hardpoint. But yeah, these are sort of new maps. Maybe they didn't have time to train that much on every game modes and to be as efficient that they wanted to be. So the fact that